Hi there, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to do an update of one of my most popular videos. In fact, it is my most popular video, and it's just doing machine applique with the designs already on your machine. It was something that took me years to figure out how to do, and only through learning how to digitize my own designs in sew art did the light bulb finally come on. So, my video was a while ago, and I watched it the other day, and the production's pretty cringy. So I thought that, and it's not like I've gotten that much better, but I feel like my instructional technique is better. Anyways, this is the one that we did, and this is gonna be, we're just gonna use the same thing. This has been, I think it's been like 4 years, 3 years, maybe 2 years, I don't remember. And I can't look it up because I'm on my phone. But it's been washed and used a bunch of times. So something that I didn't do whenever I was done with it was I didn't press it to the cloth, but I don't know that that would matter because, you know, we're doing it on such a coarse cloth. This is all bumpy. But if you're doing it on like a t-shirt or something, once you have it done in the machine, once the design is done stitching out, you'll want to take it and press it so that this adhesive will adhere to this material as well. It's not super strong, but it's enough that it acts like a glue to where it doesn't pucker and look weird. I don't know how to explain that without showing you something, and I was certain that this one was going to show us that. I went ahead and ironed this with my Cricut Easy Press at 350 degrees for 15 seconds, just to make sure that it's all flat. We're going to do it in the opposite section over on this side. Okay. And I know that this is kind of overkill if you already know how to do applique, but I just wanted to show you, for those of you that are new to machine embroidery and applique, this is a fat quarter. You can get them at Joann's for about $3 for the really nice one, and a lot of times they're on sales. And at Walmart you can get them for about $1. And I think this is Waverly brand, yeah. So I'm not really sure where I got this. I think it was probably Joann's. And I went ahead and I sprayed it down with this magic sizing ironing spray. And then I ironed it all the way around, and you can see where it didn't, you know, flatten out some spots because it's been in a folded square for years. All right, so we're just going to use a little 4x4 piece of it though, because that's how big my hoop is. So I'm going to cut just a tiny little piece that I'm going to guess is about 4x4. I'm not going to really take the time to go get my ruler and stuff because I've been doing this long enough that I kind of have an idea of how big my hoop can handle. So we'll say thank you to all of that. Okay. And since this is so small, I am going to actually run over and grab, I think I'm going to grab a scrap piece that I have, but I'll keep this right here. I wish I could prop it up. Keep this here while I run over there and do that so that you can see what I'm using. Okay. Okay, so I keep all of my scraps because this comes in a 17 inch by 1.25 yard piece. So you get a lot, and I don't really need a lot. So I keep all of my scraps in a bag with other pre-ready pieces that I've done with scraps of fabric as well. So we're gonna just take this, we're gonna flip it over, and on the Heat and Bond light, make sure that it is Heat and Bond light. Also, I wanted to mention that Heat and Bond light is in a magenta package. Do not get the Heat and Bond in the red package. See how this says that this is sewable? This is going to be something that we'll be able to use for applique. The red package you cannot use. It's not for sewing, okay? All right, so there's a bumpy side and then there's the flat side. You want the bumpy side to get down onto this so that it can be glue. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to make it just a little bit less than the piece of fabric that I have. Okay. And I'm sure that the Scan and Cut can cut all of this stuff. I know it can cut the fabric, but I'm sure it can cut even this piece too. And the reason why I didn't want it to overlap is because I didn't want to get any of the glue onto my pressing fabric. All right, so with the Heat and Bond Light, you just have to put it on for 2 seconds. And then whenever we put it on the garment, whenever we take it off of the hoop, we're going to press it for 6 seconds. And it says medium heat, so 350 is what I have it set on my Cricut Easy Press. And no steam, okay? This is a no steam project. Alrighty, let's get ready. Oh, yeah, I did it right. I always wonder if I push the right button. Okay, so that says that it's on there good, and it looks like it is. That thing's so awesome. Let's see, did it get it? Yeah. Okay. That was like instant. And you can tell that it's on there because there's a little magic sheen. I don't know why I said magic there. There's a sheen. Okay, and so we flip it over and now we have our applique piece. All right, so give me a second to get the embroidery machine set up and I'll be right back with the actual applique part. Be right back. Okay, so I'm over here at the machine and I have my hoop all hooped up with its cutaway stabilizer, and I believe it's from Pellon, and I found it at Joann's. Let's see, I got that. I've got the piece of towel. I found these at Walmart. You can still get them at Walmart. These are really old, but you can still get them there in the like well, there's hand towel section. Like there's dish towels and other stuff in that section in my local Walmart in Oregon. So okay, so we are going to, usually I would use this, and this is double-sided sticky tape, but it's super strong. It's for window cling. You can't use the regular stuff that you get in the store, like the 3M kind, or I don't know what brand, but it's just not strong enough. You have to use that kind specifically, but because this is going out to kind of a wider audience, I want to stick with the pins because that's something that's really available to anybody. And I can put an affiliate link for this stuff in the bottom. Okay, so we want to make sure that the bottom part is up here and kind of over the lip. You don't really want it down there. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it just makes it harder to put the pins in with that thick piece. Hope that makes sense. We're not putting any pins on the side. Whenever the embroidery machine runs, it's going to run in a 4x4 square that's in the middle of this. So you're going to have some room up here and some room down here, but not here and not over here. So we're just putting the pins on the top and on the bottom. And if you did the tape, you would do the same thing. Just the top and the bottom. You can order the tape through Amazon through my affiliate link, or you can just go buy a window cling kit at the store. I think Duck brand makes them in my area. I can't say what your area is going to be carrying, but it's the plastic stuff that you put on windows and then you blow dry it and it kind of shrinks up. Use it in older houses. we used it at our house because our house is super old. And that's kind of what got me thinking, wondering if I could use it, and I tried it and it worked. And so I'm just telling you about it for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, or those of you that are willing to try anything and ready to go. Okay, so we have it just pinned in nice and easy. You don't have to make it crazy. And this is called floating. This is my preferred method and most people's preferred method of using embroidery, because it doesn't leave any of the hoop burn, and you don't have to struggle with the hoop either. You just have to hoop the stabilizer. Okay, and then we're just going to gently rock it on there. Oh, actually, we're going to take that off because it's got to do the turn on stuff. Okay. Just didn't want to mess anything up. I have the color black loaded into my machine already, and I'm just going to stick with that. I think black, white, and red is really pretty, and especially with red, white, and, well, with the blue on the other one, it'll kind of make it red, white, and blue, and black, and just, I don't know, it'll be pretty. Let's bring this a little closer. Oops. I have my machine on a tile with felt on the bottom, and so whenever I go to pull it towards me, I keep forgetting that I have to grab the actual tile, not so much the machine, because the machine will just come right off the tile. Okay, so we have our hoop hooped, and we're going to go in here. This is the part where we turn the regular, whatever we call it, designs into applique. Okay, so in here we're going to have 10 different designs that we can choose from. I'm going to choose the heart, and then there's a bunch of different stitches too. And we're going to choose stitch number 10. It's just a regular stitch, straight stitch, and it's going to give us this cute heart. We're going to choose adjust, layout, size. We're going to max that baby out. Okay. And then all we have to do at this point is put our presser foot down, and if that says go, you can go. If you have the foot hooked up, then you can use that. If not, go ahead. Oh wait, I don't know about the foot in embroidery. I have never used it that way. I don't know what I was about to say. Belay that, forget that. Oh, okay. The cricut is, the little cricut iron thing is turning itself off. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, that is what we call a die line. That tells us where to put our fabric. Okay, and then we're going to lift up our presser foot, put our piece of applique in there. Obviously I cut this way too big, but it's going to be perfect because I'm going to need to trim it out, but I'll have a lot of little scraps for other projects. So with this, we're just going to run that die line one more time, and now it's called a tack down. Exact same stitch, but because we have fabric on here now floating, it's going to be a tack down. And you can hold your fabric a little bit if you're worried about it shifting. Just watch, don't get your fingers anywhere near that foot, okay? Uh-oh, something's happening with my thread, or at least it sounded like it was. Okay, all right, so we have our tack down. Yeah, something weird is going on. Okay, it didn't cut it. Ooh, and it did look, it jumbled it up a little bit, so I'm not really sure what's happening there. But I'm gonna take my, sometimes just resetting the bobbin helps it. And I'm guessing it was a bobbin issue. My stuff on top looks good. everything looks good up there. Let's get that out of there. Okay, that's all pulling okay. Okay, so back in business. Okay, this is the spot where you can add a name or an initial or something like that. Oh, look, the other heart's really small. That's all right. Okay, so you can add a name or initial or something in here now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back out of here. It's gonna say, is it okay to delete the pattern? Yes, of course. And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna choose number 2. But you can choose any of these decorative stitches. It'll be adorable. You're gonna have a lot of trimming on these ones because it'll do the little dot and then jump and do the little dot, but it's still really cute. Okay, so we're gonna go with number 2, which is our satin stitch. Okay, we're gonna go to adjust, layout, size, and we're gonna max it out. Oh, I'm skipping a super important piece. Oh my gosh, get that thing off of there. I got flustered with the thread thing doing what it was doing. But what we need to do now is we need to trim around the heart. So I'm going to do that really quick and I will put it in fast forward. Okay, I am not the best cutter. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know, and you know that's probably why I got a scan and cut. But I didn't know the dimensions of this heart, and I didn't want to make another step for everybody by throwing the scan and cut part in there. Most people don't have that. I didn't have it for a really long time. But you can cut out these for the on the applique on the scan and cut once you have the backing on. It works really, really beautiful. So now we have our heart on here. This is going to do, it was really hard for me to cut in front of the camera too. Like, you know, I can't bring it up close to my face and like look at it and, you know, get in good. It was just really awkward. So you'll do a much better job than me. So don't look at my, my success and think that that's going to be yours. You know, just cut a little bit closer. Don't want to cut the line, of course, but, you know, cut a little bit closer, and now we're going to put it back on and we're going to run the satin stitch, okay? My cat Bruiser's coming up to say hi. And say hi, Bruisey. Let's see if we can do this without hurting anybody's eyes. See, that was one of the cringy things in my old video I didn't like. Say hi, Bruiser. Yeah, he's acting too cool. My mom used to say, too cool for school, huh? And now I say that to my cats. Okay, so now we have a bunch of extra like little pieces for small applique projects. If you go on to planetapplique.com, they have a bunch of stuff where you can use up your scraps. It's amazing. All right, so we just have to put our presser foot down. And a lot of the times I would recommend using a water-soluble film over this so that you can, it helps kind of keep it from jumping all over there. Actually, I'm going to go grab one of these. I have some sample. I have scraps. I was trying to say samples. Okay, this stuff, this is also made by Pellon, and you can get it at Joann's. You can get it there. There's the same people that do the Heat and Bond. Now I don't know. Oh, I put it away already. So the same people that make the Heat and Bond light, they also make a version of this. But you can get it on the roll at Joann's by the yard. Okay, so I'm just going to put it up here and see how much I need. Cut it off. I save all of my scraps for everything because you never know when you're going to use it, when you're going to need something like that. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to help everything glide really easy around everything. It's going to help things not catch down here, and we'll see how it goes. Something does not sound right. Oh my goodness, look at what's happening in the back. I don't understand. Is it because you're all wrapped around this thing? Let's get you unwrapped then. But I hope it wasn't something that's simple ruining everything, but sometimes it is. I just cleaned my bobbin system out, so don't understand what's happening here. Okay, so did I have my bobbin in wrong? It's been a while since I did embroidery. I really meant for this to be a quick video, but you know, life happens, and I'm keeping this in the video for those of you who have life happen to you too. Okay, let's, oh, that needs to go. Where's your tail? Your tail is here. Okay, let's see if that helped at all. Now we gotta cut the tail. So far, so good. These pieces worry me, these little fringy edge pieces. Don't like that flopping around. Okay. See how I didn't do that part? I should have backed it up to that part. So, since this video turned out to be much longer than I ever wanted it to be, I'm just going to roll with the length, and I hope that those of you that are okay with it being a long, you know, drawn out thing, I really appreciate you. And, you know, it's all educational. We all learn from it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go out of here. We're going to go into this stitch part, and we're going to have it move forward on the stitches so it doesn't do that running stitch over everything. Once it gets up to there, it should start. Let's go backwards just a tiny. Oh. I want to go incrementally because I want to start right about there. Okay. Okay, good job, machine. I love this thing. I've had it, I think, like 5 years now. And I wished it into existence. Like, I just wanted an embroidery machine so bad, but I never told my husband because I'm a stay-at-home mom, other than, you know, my doing this YouTube thing. And I hate asking my husband for expensive things, you know, because he works so hard. And I just been, you know, I've been looking at them and just dreaming about them and never said anything to him. And then one day he said, I think you need a sewing machine upgrade, because I was doing it on a Singer Simple, which was wonderful, but I abused that machine. Anyways, so like I said, then I was like, I already have the one picked out. So here we go, guys. This is our final result. And, you know, you'll be a much better cutter than I am. And if you get applique scissors, you'll have a lot more success as well. I still have not ever purchased applique scissors, even though it's my favorite kind of embroidery. Okay, and here's what it looks like on the back. And we're gonna, you know what, since this is gonna be already long, let's go ahead and take this time and add something in the middle. Let's do that, because that might not be something that you know yet. I'm gonna make a separate video. I'm gonna do another heart. I'm gonna make a separate video that goes through all of this really quick. So we'll still do this video. This is like super in-depth, and then that one will just kind of gloss over it. So if you're over this video, go ahead and meet me in my next one. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go into, let's go into the designs. What's a pretty and simple and quick design? A heart inside of a heart. Oh, the butterfly is cute, but it takes forever. Oh, let's just do that guy. It says lilac, but I've always called it a rose. That's funny. Adjust, layout. We are not going to max this out. We are going to go size. We're going to make it a lot smaller. Oh, that's as small as it'll let us go. So let's, and we know that this is the biggest part, but we're going to choose this button right here. It's going to show us where our pieces will be. So it looks like if I move it up a little bit, I'll have, you know, some success. And so, you know, we're just playing here, and this is just for me. So if I mess up, it's no big deal. Okay, let's run that one more time. So I have the Brother SE425, which is the same as the Brother SE400. And, but I believe that the newest version of this is the PE600, I think, or SE600. I don't know. I'm so bad about that. But I don't know if you can even get these old ones anymore, except for secondhand. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. I'm glad we took the time to do that. Oh, I just love it. All right, so let's take the pins out. Sorry for that couple seconds of silence. I was trying to get a couple screenshots of this. So whenever it's time to cut it out, I like to just grab the whole thing like this, keep it in the hoop when I'm cutting, because it gives me lots of good tension. And then I can just stab this in. Okay. Kind of don't want to iron it because I don't want it to get all lumpy because it looks so pretty right now. But we have to be realistic. It's going to be lumpy. I think whenever it goes through the dryer and gets heated, it probably reheats the glue a little bit. I don't know. I'm no scientist.